be beautiful. It can be simple, complex, or multifaceted. And sometimes it can also be very confusing. I know a lot of people were confused by this one. And what better excuse to talk about language than art? Hello everyone and welcome. This is Localization Addict. I'm Hagane and today I will be fully explaining and analyzing the meaning behind the lyrics of the cult classic Gyaru Sengen. The way I will go about analyzing the lyrics is by looking at each verse, giving cultural explanations or context as needed, and showing you how I would translate it to English. Bear in mind that translation is very subjective, and the way I translate might not be the same as the way other people do it. Another disclaimer, I will be pointing out at stereotypes a lot, and I would like to say that I am just pointing them out as per the perspective of the general Japanese public, and not my personal opinion. I am not sharing my opinion on the Gyaru phenomenon when pointing these out, but merely sharing what is in the mind of the general Japanese collective. So, without further ado, let's get started. First off, let's look at each individual word in this sentence. Hisaro is short for hiyake salon, which literally translates to skin burning salon. It's essentially a tanning salon. Ni is a particle indicating direction. Itte is a verb formed by the stem I and the te form, which in this case works as a link between clauses. Hada means skin. O is a particle that shows direct object. Yaku means to burn or to tan. So this would translate to I'll be going to a tanning salon to get my skin tanned.
Yeah, Gyaru Sengen.
This phrase, which is also the name of the song, can be deconstructed in the following way. First, let's look at the word Gyaru. Gyaru refers to a Japanese urban tribe that was mostly popular in the 2000s. If you are someone who is familiar with anime tropes, you have probably at least heard of this word before. It was originally a style that attempted to go against what was considered traditionally feminine or in good taste for Japanese women. Therefore, one of the hallmarks of this style is to get a tan. Sometimes a very pronounced one at that, since having very white skin is considered a beauty standard in Japanese culture. By the way, small side note, from now on I will be referring to the protagonist in this video as Gyaru, as we don't know what his name is with 100% certainty. O in this case is the word for man. So, one way to translate this would be male Gyaru. Sengen means declaration or proclamation. The entire phrase then would mean declaration of a male Gyaru. This will become relevant again in the future. Osu is a very casual way of saying hi. Goku from Dragon Ball, actually, uses it quite frequently, since it is a part of his character to sound very vulgar and crude. Ore is a singular first-person pronoun, like I in English. And some of you might be wondering, hey, isn't the Japanese word for I watashi? Well, you could say this is one of the tricky things about Japanese. There are several ways to say I or me, and one of them is ore. So, how is ore different from watashi? Well, for starters, it is usually more used by men than by women. But why just believe what I say when we can actually look at some raw data to tell us if this is the case? For this purpose, I'll be using the Japanese language corpus Chunagon. which has over 50 million pieces of recorded Japanese speech and writing. It is actually a major resource that people in Japanese language academia use. What I did when using this website was look for the use of the word ore in 3 different corpus. The balanced corpus for contemporary written Japanese, the corpus of spontaneous Japanese, which is basically a corpus for spoken, mostly formal Japanese, and the corpus of everyday Japanese conversation, and compare the results of the 3. So, according to this website, the use of ore by speakers that identify as female in the corpus was extremely infrequent, as you can see in the graphs on the screen. According to the corpus of spontaneous Japanese, around 91% of the people who use ore are men, whereas for women, it's only around 9%. From this, we can see that ore is typically used more by men, and thus it gives off a more masculine tone. This, in my opinion, helps create a good contrast between the stereotypical girl gyaru and the hyper-masculine gyaru or male gyaru.
If you like this video and would like me to make more videos like this, hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time!